Hi, and thanks so much for joining me for my April 2018 list where I talk about my haul-in favorites for the month. Let's go ahead and get started. First up, we have an item by Tatcha called The Pearl, and it says Under Light and Eye Treatment. So there is a definite skincare element to this. And I purchased it in the medium shade. There were 3 shades altogether, I believe. And this one is called Softlight. Swatch it for you right here. It's definitely on the peachier side compared to my skin tone, but that's good for the under eye area. I've definitely been trying this out every day and I'm formulating some thoughts around it, so I'll do a dedicated video to this in the near future. Next up, another new release by Hourglass. This is the Veil Translucent Setting Powder, and inside is, it's kind of messy, but there's an H in there with a little sifter, and you can see some of the powder on there already. Another item I'm trying out daily. I'll let you know my thoughts as soon as I get a little bit more of a solid idea, but so far so good. Really enjoying it. There are some really big claims with this one, and I'm trying to see if I can get a good read on all of those claims before I tell you about it. But in terms of a basic setting powder, really great, but I want to again focus on some of those targeted areas that they talk about with this powder specifically. So another dedicated video on the way. Next up is this RMS bronzer. It is a cream bronzer. Here's the color. And I'll be using this in the bronzer, highlighter, blush, powder video that's coming up. Here's a swatch. It's definitely more of a mocha color on me and more cool compared to my skin tone. I picked up this Lancome Skin Feels Good. I picked it up, not that I need another skin tint, but when I swatched it in the store, I thought it had the same texture and consistency as the Philosophy skin tint that I talked about. I'll have to remember the name, but I'll link the video below. Because it had more like a gel consistency to it, and I thought that this had it, but when I put it on, it had more of a powdery finish than I expected. It does have SPF 23. So let me know if you want me to do a video on this one. The color match I thought was gonna be good too, but it's a little bit light. Let me know if you want me to provide more thoughts for you on this, but I don't know. Right now I'm not getting a great result from it, but I'll keep using it to see if I can, and then I'll of course want to share that with you. But I try and just feature things that I like rather than things that are just kind of okay, because I don't know, I just don't like doing that. So let me know if you do want to see this and I can show it to you. Otherwise I'll probably just use it, and if it doesn't work out I won't talk about it again. I was looking at the Guerlain bronzers because they were mentioned in the InStyle Best Powder Bronzer for 2018, but then I found the cream bronzer that I thought I'd try, and because I found this instead. This is by Guerlain, but it's a trio, the Terracotta Sun Trio Bronzing, Contouring, Light and Shadow Palette. And I know there have been lots of like light and shade palettes out there, but I hadn't seen one like this, and let me know if you've seen something else like this, but I haven't. It has a contour, a bronze, and then a highlighting color that really looks like they worked well together and worked well with my skin, although Sephora offered this in 3 shades. There's a lighter shade and a deeper shade, and I'm thinking about the deeper shade as well, but I liked this because it had some warmth to it. But if you look at the deeper shade on the Sephora site, it's even warmer, but I was wondering if it was even too dark. But it's hard to tell when you don't see it in person, but this works really nicely on the daily. It's very subtle. I love this. I will do a dedicated video on this because I love it so much. Great consistency, smooth application, blends beautifully. Can't say enough about this, but I'm gonna, like I said, I'll highlight this so you can see every step of the way and you can make a decision, and maybe I'll have the deeper one at that point and I can show you both. I'll just swatch really quickly for you. Here's the deepest color. Then we've got the medium color. So here is the lighter color, and then I don't even know if you'll be able to see the lightest color. So there's the lightest color. So I do love this for the daily, but sometimes I really like my bronzer to be pretty intense, so I might be purchasing the other one as well. Just a quick mention on a couple of items that I talked about earlier this month. The Luminous Silk Foundation, Giorgio Armani, 7.5. Beautiful. As I said in the video, really great finish on it. I was thinking about the name of this foundation, Luminous Silk Foundation. It's a very, very appropriate name for it. It's luminous, it's silky, beautiful. And the Nars concealer that I picked up, that I tried on with this in Biscuit. I've been using it every day. Has that peachy color to it, but I'm thinking maybe one shade even deeper, because as I tan, I'm going to need to transition to something a little bit deeper. So I'll look at the next one over. I'm not quite sure which one it is, but I love the finish on this. Really nice build on it too, because sometimes when concealers are built up, you can see the layers, you can see that there's a lot of makeup on there, but this doesn't have that issue. I mean, you can definitely tell that there's something on there, but it's nothing like what I've done with other concealers in the past, where you just keep adding layers and then you can tell there's a lot on there. This one doesn't do that. I purchased a smaller version of the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I've had this before, but I purchased it for the upcoming video so I could try it on for you and really just take a look and see if it's translucent. That's the most important thing with me when it says translucent, that it is and that you don't get that white cast. So trying this again. Finally, this ESSIE Duo. It's in the shade Pinned Up. And I think someone asked me about this a couple of videos ago. I've been wearing it all month, so been really happy with it. It's kind of like a nude color on my nails, because if you take the polish off, my nail beds are very close to this shade. Stays on for about, I'm gonna say 4 days before you start to see some wear on it. I'm pretty hard on my hands. Wash my hands a lot. Love this, so I would definitely recommend it. And it goes on beautifully. Sometimes nail polishes can be too thick or too thin, but this is just the right consistency. So if you like to do your own nails, it's pretty easy to do them with this duo right here. I picked up most of this during the VIB promotion, so let me know if there's anything that you picked up that I should know about. And also let me know if you want to see a VIB Rouge or VIB recommendation video. There were so many of them that I felt like I didn't need to add to that. Or let me know if you want to see it on Instagram stories. I was thinking of doing that and then time just passed and I didn't do it, but let me know if that's something you'd like to know about, because there were definitely some things I had my eye on that I had in my basket waiting to go, just in order to get them on that promotion. So if that's a video you'd like to see in the future, please let me know. I'd be happy to do that. And if you'd like to subscribe, I'd really appreciate that as well. Have a great day. Thanks so much for joining me for the list for April? March? April? What month are we in? It's gonna be May. April.